So you just got done earning points back on rent. What's next? Because obviously you're not going to be redeeming your points for cash back or even something in the Bilt collection, because that's nowhere near the best way to redeem your points. However, transferring your points to Hyatt is one of the most valuable and easiest ways to make sure that you're maximizing your Bilt points. So instead of getting a fancy knickknack that you'll never use, you can take vacations like this. So in this video, I'll walk you through how to transfer your Bilt points to Hyatt, how to book a Hyatt hotel stay by just using points, and my trip in Baltimore where I used my Bilt/Hyatt points, which was actually surprisingly a great experience. Alright, so what you want to do is connect your Hyatt account to your Bilt account. And you can easily do this by going into the Bilt app and going into the travel section, which has an airplane icon. Scroll all the way down until you get to the Bilt loyalty partners. Then under the section hotels, you'll see the Hyatt icon. So you haven't linked your Hyatt account to your Bilt account, it'll say link. Just go ahead and click on the Hyatt logo. Then towards the bottom in light blue, it'll say enroll or link account. Just go ahead and click on that. Then it will give you two options. If you haven't enrolled in a World of Hyatt account yet, you can go ahead and click on this. Then it'll take you into the main Hyatt page where you can sign up for an account. Now after you're done with that, or if you already had a Hyatt account, you can click on link existing account. In this section, you'll need your World of Hyatt membership number, your first name, and your last name. And you can find your Hyatt membership number in your profile. And after you're done, you should get a page that says registered, and you can just go ahead and close that out. So now your Hyatt account is linked to Bilt, so you're basically ready to go. So how to transfer your Bilt points to your Hyatt account? Just go ahead and click on the Hyatt logo again, and then transfer points. Now just know, if you're on the basic status tier, the blue tier, the minimum points that you can transfer out of Bilt is 2,000 points. While if you're on the higher tiers, you can transfer at minimum 1,000 points. So just type in the amount of points you want to transfer and then click next. And then it will bring you to the review page. Just make sure everything is correct, check the box that you agree to the terms, and then confirm transfer. Then after, almost immediately, it may take a couple of minutes, but you'll get an email confirmation that you've transferred your Bilt points to Hyatt. Now this isn't the final confirmation that your Bilt points have been transferred to Hyatt, it's just more of a confirmation that you put the request in. Now how long will it take for your Bilt points to actually transfer out to Hyatt? So in your Bilt account, it will be immediately, you'll see the immediate reduction of points that you transferred out. Getting to your Hyatt account though, it may take some time. The soonest I've seen the transfer go through is just a couple of minutes, maybe 10 minutes maximum, but I've had it take a lot longer than that, maybe about a couple hours. But other than that, that's how easy it is to move your Bilt points to a transfer travel partner like Hyatt. But after moving your points to Hyatt, what's next? Now this is going to be just as simple as the process of what we just did earlier. All you have to do is go on to Hyatt, type in the destination you want to go to. Maybe you want to go to Philly or Toronto. Personally, we wanted to go into Baltimore because it was the only place in the DC area that had an aquarium. Select the dates you want to stay, how many rooms you want to book, how many people are going to be staying, and you're wanting to book your stay using your Hyatt points, then click on Show World of Hyatt Points and Rewards. Make sure that box is ticked. Then click on Find Hotels. Then just scroll through all those hotels until you find one that you like and is in your point range. Go ahead and click on that hotel and press Book Now. Then it will give you a bunch of options, some that you book with cash and points, some just cash only, but we're going to be focusing on the points only bookings. So go ahead and click on that, and sometimes it will have other options, like if you want to book a 2 queen beds or 1 king bed. Just choose whichever suits your needs. Then you'll get to the checkout page, make sure everything is correct. You may have to put in a credit card for incidentals, and then that's it, you're done. You've officially booked a Hyatt hotel stay by using Hyatt points or Bilt points without needing to use any cash of your own. And it really is that simple, and you can book Hyatt hotel stays as low as 3,500 points, so if your rent is about $2,000, in about 2 months you should be able to get a free night stay. Pretty powerful stuff in my opinion. But what was it like staying in Baltimore, one of the infamous cities in America? If you're traveling out of the major cities on the East Coast, Washington DC, New York, Philly, Boston, Baltimore, one of the best modes of transportation is taking the Amtrak train. It's pretty cheap, the security isn't a hassle, they basically just have a dog that sniffs your luggage and you just walk on by. When you get on the train, there's no assigned seats, you just take whatever you want. If you're taking coach, if you're taking a business, then you'll have assigned seat. The seats are very comfortable and they're very big. It's almost like riding in a first class seat on an airplane. And then just above your seat is where you'll want to put your luggage. When we got to Baltimore, it was about 10 a.m. We took one of the taxis to the hotel we booked that night, the Hyatt Hyatt Place. It was a little bit early to check in, but as I've learned from a lot of you all, you can try to check in early, or if they can't check you in that early, then they'll at least hold your luggage. And unfortunately, when we got to the hotel, when we tried to check in early, there was no rooms available. However, they were willing to hold our luggage and text us if there was a room available. So we just went ahead and went to the aquarium. It did suck a little bit though, because it was kind of drizzling during the time and we forgot to bring umbrellas. Fortunately, it was a pretty short walk to go from the hotel to the aquarium. It had a bunch of different types of sea life. It had like a little area where you could even touch them. They even had a 4D theater in there where it would spray you with water and it would poke you in the back. It was kind of a weird experience, but overall it was pretty fun. And after we got done with the aquarium, we went to the inner harbor, which is just outside the door. And in this area, there was a bunch of shops, whether you're looking for something to eat or if you're just wanting to buy something, maybe souvenir wise. Personally for me, I did some research, and in the inner harbor area, there was a ramen shop not too far away and it looked pretty good, so we wanted to try that. But what should you have after ramen? Of course, the cannoli. I was pretty surprised in the Baltimore area, there's actually a Little Italy, and in this place, they make the cannolis fresh. Like, they don't even have it filled in until you order it. But after visiting Little Italy, we went into this area called Felt's Point, and it seemed like a pretty happening place. It was almost gave me the vibe of like New Orleans, where everybody was like kind of drunk. There was a bunch of local restaurants, a lot of local vendors, merchandise, that kind of stuff. And after just chilling at Felt's Point for a couple hours, we went to go get dinner. And for dinner, we found this place that had boil in the bag seafood. It had pretty good reviews, so we wanted to try it. And it was pretty good. I was actually pretty surprised. Everything was really nicely seasoned, even with it just being boiled. However, one thing that didn't bother me my whole life was apparently I had a seafood allergy. Go figure, right? And it was pretty bad too. Like, you see in this picture, it was like red all over my face. I'll blur it, but just trust me, it was pretty bad. So after that reaction, that was basically it for the night. So we walked back to the hotel, grabbed our luggage, checked in, and then went to our room. And spoilers, after time, I was fine. The next morning, we got some free breakfast, went to this fancy area called Harbor East, and then got onto the MARC train, which is basically Maryland's train system. Pretty cheap tickets, very spacious, but the train seats weren't as comfortable as compared to the Amtrak. And that was basically my trip to Baltimore while getting my hotel completely covered by Bilt. Overall, would I recommend going to Baltimore? And that's absolutely yes, especially if you love seafood. In the downtown inner Baltimore area, it was definitely an experience. The ships are beautiful. There's a lot of things to do in that area. It was pretty safe, mostly family, kids, tourists. So not what you usually think about, you know, the Baltimore area. So I definitely think it's worth a visit. But yeah, if you have any questions about transferring your Bilt points, let me know down below and I'll see you later.